Oh. I'm excited to announce that we are doing another tablet giveaway. Woo! The wonderful people over at Gaumont were nice enough to send me one of their display tablets to review and give away to you guys. Let me tell you a bit about it before I show you how to win it. This is the PD156 Pro, a 15.6-inch 1080p tablet for drawing and animation, with a full laminated and anti-glare screen. Slice! So, opening the box, we've got a faux leather protective case for the tablet itself, which was a very nice surprise. An instructions manual, cleaning cloth and smudge guard glove, a few cables, a power adapter and a holder for the pen, and of course, the actual pen you draw with. Another nice inclusion is this sturdy adjustable stand for the tablet it sits on, something which is definitely necessary for a tablet this size. But without further delay, here is what you've all been waiting for. Ta-da! The Gaumont PD156 Pro has a bunch of great features, the size being the most obvious. This thing is nice and big. It's got 9 express keys down the side which you can easily customize to carry out any actions you choose, as well as a circular dial in the middle which is also customizable. Despite the device's size, it's only 1.3 kilograms, so it's very easy to carry around. The pen doesn't feel as hefty as some other ones I've used in the past, but it works just as well. With tilt support, 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, the extra nibs included, it's definitely not a flaw by any means. Normally with pen displays like this, you have to plug it into a computer or laptop, and then also connect it to a power outlet in the wall. With this Gaumont tablet, however, you can power this device with just a laptop. Let's draw something. Ah yes, magnificent. A beautiful piece. A work of art! This tablet is on sale now, so check out the links in the description to purchase one yourself from their official Amazon store. If you want to take your chances with the giveaway, however, here's what you need to do. Number 1, follow my Twitter at JellyJessYT. Number 2, retweet the pinned tweet, which looks like this. That's it, you've entered. I'll choose a winner in a couple weeks and contact them via Twitter too, so make sure your DMs are open. Huge thanks to Gaumont for the tablet to review, and again, all their links are in the description. Today's video is a little bit different to the normal ones I do. I'm joined here today with my friend Jack.
Hi, my name's Jack, or as you guys might know me as Joe in some past videos.
So Jack is known as Joe Mama in some Joe Mama. So Jack has been in the piercing video and the love letter video, which the love letter video happened quite some time ago. And yeah, so Jack and I have actually been friends for quite some time now.
Yeah, we've been friends for quite a few years, known each other since primary school, which is
since birth.
Since birth. Came out same hospital. It was incredible.
Same time.
Same day. Same mum. Jess is actually my sister.
No, but I think we've been friends probably since you came to my primary school, which I think that was year 5.
Yep,
I think.
Very start of year 5. But year 5 was also the day, it was also the year we both got our first relationships.
Yes. Yes. And that's today's video. Today we're going to be talking about our first relationships, which is kind of awkward, but it's worth sharing to the internet.
It's a lot of, everyone goes through it, you know, so I think people can relate to this one.
Yeah. So my first boyfriend was actually in year 6, so it was kind of roughly in the same time frame, so Jack or Joe was around. I'm just gonna call you Jack. I'm just gonna forget about Joe.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want the whole video
just
to
call
be
me Jack.
Joe Mama!
Joe Mama!
So my first boyfriend was actually in year 6, so it was roughly the same time frame, but we are going to call this mysterious guy Colin. And there's a reason because of that, because my brother's never actually found out the name of him, and he's kind of just been going as Colin this whole time, so Colin, it's now your time to shine.
Welcome to the cool Colin.
Colin, come on out.
Coming out behind the curtain, mate. And my first relationship was with a girl in year 5, and I mean, you guys already know this girl. It's Shannon. She's been in a few of Jess's videos already as well.
Here's a montage of Shannon.
Yeah, here's a montage.
Just
Just put actual photos of Shannon in there.
So Shannon is still one of our really good friends. That's why she's still been in our videos and like she's in our group. Like we see her constantly.
We saw her today, actually.
We saw her today, and I'm sure she doesn't mind that her real name is in the video, unlike Colin.
Yeah, that's why we have Colin and not the other one, you know.
So what I remember of you and Shannon, the very first time, because there's been multiple times of you guys dating.
Yeah. Three or four, we're not exactly sure, but yeah.
That's insane. That's so young.
The fact that we can't remember, or the fact that it's 3 or 4.
The first time I remember, because you moved to our school, I remember her being like, oh my god, like, Jack's like really cool.
I wasn't.
And I was like always like, I'm not a man, but I was always the wingman. And I think I might have like went up to you and been like, hey, so like my friend really likes you.
That was scary, and I probably ran away like I do in most situations involving females, but
still to this day.
To this day, I just run. The first time we dated, it was probably just asking out through friends.
Honestly, it was probably like the first day you came to school and you guys like started dating.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I cannot remember. We'll go with that. Probably only lasted about 1 or 2 weeks, as most of them go.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful relationship. We did so much together during our time of 1 week of not talking to each other or seeing each other at all. And then we broke up because I didn't talk to her or see each other for the entire week, so...
I was going to say, what did you guys do in your spare time?
Nothing.
You just didn't talk to her,
I didn't talk to her in my spare time. That was the reason we ended up breaking up, because of that. The second time was a little more successful. There was at least 1 or 2 sentences said during our second time dating.
That's so romantic.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone this, Jess, but I think we might have even hugged at one point.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
I'm speechless. One thing I really remember is, like, one day I was just sitting with Shannon at lunch and a group of the boys were sitting, like, over on the other side and they were doing, like, Oreo dares. And I remember one of the boys asked you to ask Shannon out if you get, like... get the feeling on your side. That's how the Oreo dares work. I'm not really sure if they're like popular in other countries.
Yeah, they weren't even that popular in our country.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Maybe we're just like loser kids who just had nothing else to do.
We didn't have many toys, so we played with Oreos.
So basically, if you don't know about this Oreo dare thing, you twist the Oreo, and if the filling is on your side, then you have to do whatever you were dared to do. So Jack twisted the Oreo and there was filling on his side, so he had to ask out Shannon again.
It probably wasn't the longest relationship yet again. But, it was also based on a dare. So when she found out, she wasn't too pleased about that. As she kind of just...
But, like, she wasn't too pleased, but I think she was pleased because she did say yes. Like, she could have said no. She's probably thinking, like, oh, he's coming back for me. Like,
maybe she also lost an Oreo dare and had to say yes.
I honestly can't remember how that one ended.
Yeah, crying. Lots of tears, the sadness.
The heartbreak.
But your relationship... It wasn't as topsy-turvy as mine one was. Yours was a little stronger.
Mine was a little bit stronger, but literally, like, no social interaction whatsoever. Like, it was
The labels were there.
Yeah, the labels were there, and they were pretty strong, but nothing else was, unfortunately. Think of just 2 little kids, and we're very separated. And we're just sitting there, like, we're not even, like, talking to each other or anything. and then like another kid comes along and just being like, oh, you guys are like so cute. No, we're not. Like, we're not even like interacting with each other. We're not even like,
interacting is one thing. You guys like barely even looked at each other. Like the labels are
like,
definitely there, but you guys did not exist to each other in real life.
We were just like disgusted. Like, that's probably what it looked like. But yeah, I find it so weird. Like, I remember it wasn't just us, but like any sort of like young relationship, like you're so like good friends with him before you get that like dating title. And
Yeah,
as
and then
soon as that happens, it just goes to
awkward.
crap. Like, it's just not the same. It's like, what happened? Like, I remember being good friends with like Colin before that, and then as soon as it came, like it just like died. Some reason, like we actually lasted a long time, unlike you and Shannon.
Hey, like you lasted a long time, but who has the most relationships out of all of us here? I'm winning. I'm on top right now.
Who keeps crawling back?
Who keeps crawling back? It's this guy.
It was like we started dating in primary school and we moved on to high school and we were still in like the same schools. So I think we were like dating for like a year and a half, but like there wasn't much to it, you know? Like, I know you weren't there for the start of the high school because you were at a different school.
Yes,
but
with Shannon.
Oh, literally with Shannon. It was fate, like.
It was meant to happen, you know.
But unfortunately, it didn't because you guys broke up again.
Yeah, that's actually why I moved schools. I couldn't stand the heartbreak this time around. Had to get out of there.
Did you guys even like date in high school?
We were trying to figure that one out, and neither of us could actually even remember if we dated in year 7.
I'd like to think that you guys.
That's up in the air right now. We'll figure it out. we'll come back to that one.
I actually remember one of the times that you and Shannon broke up. You know, because like it's weird because I remember teachers like being encouraging about relationships in primary school, but like others were like completely against it. And I remember this one time, this one teacher on the other side of the school saw like you guys hug and she like pulled Shannon aside like the next day and she was like, you know, boyfriends aren't allowed in primary school. And
no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never heard about this. This is the first time. This is news to me.
This is bringing a tear to my eye.
Yeah, this is so sad. Maybe that teaches why we broke up.
Well, it is because she broke up with you the next day.
Okay. Brilliant. That solves that one.
And because she told me about it, and then like I don't know, I remember just like being at that age and like feelings were just like instantly gone. And I asked her, I'm like, "Do you still like him?" And she's like, "No." And then that was it. Feels
to be
bad.
honest, not much changed once we broke up. I still didn't talk to her. I still didn't go see her.
It seems like you guys were still in a relationship,
It
but
was almost like we did not break up at all. Until we started dating again for the third time. But
I remember you saying something about your dad. Was that the one? It could have been that breakup because you actually didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see any of them coming, to be honest with you.
It seems like none of them really fazed you, to be honest.
No. Well, none of them really did. I just remember telling my dad about one of the... I think it was it was definitely the first one. Because I think after the first one, I just got used to us breaking up and getting back together.
Okay. So the first one hits you in the feels.
Yeah, the first one. Oh, my feels. I was so downtrodden and sad. And I told my dad, and he patted me on the shoulder and told me there were plenty of fish in the sea, and that was it. And that is it. He did not give it. He didn't give a care in the world. All right, the Minecraft date, the date of all dates. This is the most romantic date you can go on with another human being.
This is the biggest flex I ever have on anyone.
The biggest flex you'll ever have. You're never going to updo this. I'm sorry.
So one day I got a message from Colin on Kik. Don't use Kik.
Hope no one uses Kik anymore.
No one uses Kik these days. But I got a message from him and he was like, hey, so you want to like come over and play some Minecraft? And I was like, oh my god, yes, of course I do. And so I did. And my mum came along too, and she ended up having like the biggest, like, deep and meaningful, while I'm there with Colin on the lounge, like, playing Minecraft, having a blast.
What did you guys build on that Minecraft date?
Oh, I think we built like the crappiest looking, like, a wooden house.
Dirt house with like
a
torch
and then
on
like
top of it.
we also went mining together, and I was getting hit by a skeleton, and I honestly probably didn't know what I was doing at this point, but he jumped in front of me and saved me, and it was the most romantic thing.
That is so sweet.
It's the sweetest love story that anyone can have.
God, I wish Shannon would pick up her game and take me on a Minecraft date.
But, you know, he eventually died, and then I died in the game too, so there's that romantic ending. What's something that you did to Shannon which was romantic at that age? Give her any gifts? Did you give her a little smooch?
There was some organised hugs and kisses. Organised by you.
Yeah, literally organised by me. Every single one.
After school, there'd be a time and place we'd meet, and it was either a hug or a kiss on the cheek, and as soon as the hug or kiss happened, I would take off running in the opposite direction.
Run, like
Fastest
never
kid in
see
the
her
world.
again.
They did not have time to think I was out of there.
But like, do you remember like the crowds that would happen? Like
Yeah.
everyone just wanted to see it for some weird reason.
At that age, it was pretty insane, you know, hugging someone.
And like someone was always like on teacher alert too. Like
just in case the teachers came.
Yeah, but I remember one time you went to a house for Easter, and
the most romantic holiday, might I add.
Yeah,
You know,
eggs.
bunnies.
Love eggs. Bunnies. What more could you ask for? Like,
I
it's not
don't know.
Valentine's Day.
Probably the scariest thing I've ever... Actually, still probably the scariest thing I'd ever done in my entire life.
Really? Were you like shaking the whole time?
I shook for about a week afterwards.
You're just like, ew, I saw Shannon outside of school. Ew.
What do you mean you own other clothes that aren't a school uniform? That just doesn't make sense.
You are not the girl I date.
Yeah. I actually don't recognise you're out of the school uniform. Like, is Shannon home? I am Shannon.
Literally just like any sort of like thing with you, she would tell me like, oh, he gave me this and he looked at me today. I was like, damn. And I'm just like, oh my god, wow.
How long did he look at you for? That's crazy.
And she'd be like, you know, like 3 milliseconds. Like
I glanced at her accidentally, panicked and run off in the opposite direction. No, yeah, so the Easter egg, it was very frightening. I think that was actually the first time I ever got a girl like a present or anything like that. So that was a big moment for me.
Yeah, it is a big moment.
Never done it since, you know, but it's whatever. Yeah, no, knocking on that door, very frightening. Giving over the Easter egg, also very frightening. Running away.
Did she even say anything? Like, or did she just kick you out?
No, I think it was I think I gave it to her and was like, all right, sick.
See you, bye.
Yeah, bye. It would have been very quick. I remember as soon as you opened it, it was like, hey, we got this for you. And that was it. Did you ever get any gifts?
Oh, I did, but I can't remember anything that was great. I think I gave him an iPod 4 case.
No way.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I remember he got me this necklace, and because this was for Christmas, the first time we were dating, so we were still in primary school, and he gave me this necklace of a little tiny solid heart, and of course there was a crowd. Everyone was around at this time, and as soon as I opened it, everyone's like, "Ah!" And I'm just like, "Oh my god, thanks!" And
thanks.
Thanks. I love it.
Wow, brilliant.
Yeah, and then just imagine awkward hug, and the day continues. Don't talk to him ever again. But I remember it eventually going rusty.
Oh, what
So
the hell?
I don't.
What was that
I
thing
don't know.
made out of?
The thought was there. The thought the thought counts.
It's what, yeah, that's really just what counts.
Yeah, so I think I like probably at that age, I think I did like scrub it with toothpaste. Like, do you know how to?
What the hell? Why did you
It's
do
like
that?
a natural thing, like to like clean your jewelry so it comes out shiny again.
Really?
You just, yeah, like you soak it in like this toothpaste and water. I'm sure there's probably something else.
You're actually not
but-
going to believe that. You're not going to believe this, Jess, but
You don't
surprisingly enough, no, I was going to say, surprisingly enough, when I was in year 6 and 7, I wasn't scrubbing my jewelry all too much with toothpaste. It's a bit of a shock, but...
That's insane. I thought you would. Year 6 formal. I obviously got asked to go to this occasion with my fellow now boyfriend, and it was very awkward. The whole relationship was already awkward, but like at this formal, it was really awkward. Like he would just come up and be like, and
How did he ask you to
He just,
the
like,
formal?
oh, well, I don't even know if he did. He's just like, oh, well, we're dating, so, like,
Yeah,
I guess we're gonna be, like, an item there.
obviously. Did you
Yeah,
guys sit at the
like-
same table?
No, we didn't. Like, we didn't even get to pick where we were. Which probably worked out well anyway, because we didn't really talk. But
Yeah, true. Probably wouldn't
Probably
have been as
the
enjoyable.
the only words he gives to me at the formal is, wanna dance. Can you just imagine two, like, very young, stupid kids on the dance floor, just, like, not even, like...
It was crazy. You guys should have
Yeah.
been there. They were doing the worm. Colin started breakdancing while Jess started beatboxing. It was insane. You should have been there. It was the best thing. And nothing has lived it down like since.
Man, it was just so, like... Oh, like, if I'd, like... I can just imagine, like, it replaying in my head, and I just, like, want to crawl up in a ball.
Awkward, like hands on shoulders, dancing.
Oh,
Just kind
I
of walking
don't-
back and forth, really.
yeah, like, not even dancing, like... Because I remember there were, like, no slow songs played. They were, like, all, like, heavy, like, fast, like, party rocket.
Party rock is
Like, can you imagine, like, slow dancing to party rock anthem? Yeah, so, you know, everyone's there shuffling on the dance floor and we're just slow dancing.
Oh my god, I forgot shuffling was a thing back then.
I mean, a lot of people were getting in trouble a lot at that formal.
Yeah,
Because
it happens, you know.
there
it
were
happens.
teachers.
Yeah, we could only party rock so hard.
Yeah. Did you ever bring Shannon to the formal?
I was trying to figure that out. I don't think we did.
Did you ever have another girlfriend at the formal? 'Cause you were
no.
quite the ladies' man.
Look, what can I say? That's just me. You've seen my bald head. I don't believe we did. I think I went to the formal a single man, a bachelor, as many call it.
A bachelor to Colin.
A bachelor to Colin, and all I did was party rock. Shuffled a little bit.
You know, didn't need to worry about any girl. Like, you were probably like stuff like Colin and I. You just like took the whole dance floor to yourself.
Nothing on my mind but the music and 2 glasses of Coke that I was getting that night.
Yeah, wild.
Max 2.
If you have more than that, no.
You have to
That's
leave, sorry.
illegal.
You
Yeah,
had
you
too
have
much
to
to drink,
leave.
you have to leave. A big part of those relationships, because there wasn't much, talking per se, a big part of the communication was, love letters.
Like one of my videos, a love letter. This one, I remember Shannon like one day in class, she was like, I'm going to write a love letter to Jack. But she gave it to his little brother at the time.
Yeah, he's still my little brother. He's still my little brother. Just he wasn't my little brother at the time. He still is.
No, but I remember like we hunted him down, like the whole school, and there was probably like 500 kids in this school.
Yeah.
Probably about that. And so we hunted this little kid down, and Shannon gave him this little tiny note that says, I love you, Jack. And she was like to your brother, like, give this to Jack. That was it. And did you ever get that love letter?
Yeah, no, I cannot remember ever receiving a love letter from so I do think that he just kept it to himself and looks back on it every now and then, your love letter from Colin.
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 Yes.
Actually made
Colin,
it to you.
Yeah, Colin used to, because we didn't talk much, one of his other good friends would always be like, oh yeah, like, you guys should, like, send love letters to each other. So, yes, with love letters, one of Colin's, like, other good friends was, like, really into our relationship for some reason. And he was like, yeah, you guys should, like, send love letters to each other, and I will be the one delivering them. I'm like, okay.
Chill out. Hold your horses,
and yeah,
mate.
and like, he's got like a sticky notes and he's got his pen ready. Like, you know, he's like forcing me to do this. I'm like, okay. He would like sometimes just give me like a random sticky note that was just like, I love you. And then that was like it. And like, I didn't like chuck him out either. I just like kept him in my bag. And so like, they kind of grew like in size. Like I received a few, but
in the end that was all that was in your bag, is just love letters. And a few letters like, that is just like, hey,
Minecraft date ? Yeah, I remember he gave me a lot of these letters, and then there was one fateful day where the letters stopped. Okay, and I would go to his group that had Jack in it. I would go there like probably like quite a bit, probably like half lunch, so I could spend time with my friends and then spend time with, you know, Colin.
Yeah, and by spend time, they stood next to each other, didn't really talk. Didn't talk at all, and then that would be it. It was very romantic.
So yeah, I would do that for quite some time. I'd go down there to talk to him, and then he would eventually be like, oh, I'm gonna play basketball. Or I'm going to play handball with the boys.
I'm going to read a book.
I can't even read, but I just don't
I'm going to look at these
read.
words and act like I know what they're saying.
Just in his head, he was like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. But he didn't want to say it to me. So I don't know why I didn't get the idea that he just didn't want to be around me anymore. This love story was cracking. It was falling apart. It was a lunch and I was walking to Colin's group. I saw all the boys run away to the basketball court as soon as they saw me. And then I see...
Except one boy.
Except this one fateful... who was walking towards me. That being Jack.
That was me. Yep.
He walks up to me and says...
Hey, sorry, I think Colin wants to break up with you.
What?
Hey, I'm sorry, Colin. I think Colin's breaking up with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, see ya.
Where you going? Where you going?
Why are you running?
Did you think I was just gonna break down in tears? Like,
well, I didn't have time to think. I was too busy running.
You're too busy thinking of like joining the boys playing basketball.
Yo, I'm missing out on so much basketball right now.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I don't know, they're probably just like, you know what, Jack? You're the man. You're the man for this.
You want to do us a favour, Jack? Can you go break up with my girlfriend? Yeah, sure.
I remember that day I had all the little letters in my bag and I just like tipped him down the bin. I just ripped him up and then tipped him in the bin, and that was it. That was the day.
The funeral.
And I can't really remember like being like heartbroken. Like it was kind of just like, oh, we aren't together anymore. It's not like we really like did anything
the
together.
Shackles fell off you.
Yeah,
you
it's
felt
like
free.
Yeah, because like we didn't really hang out or we didn't really talk, so I know it was nothing real different, to be honest. Oh, just after the breakup, I remember it being like really awkward. I was like walking down like a corridor one time and he was coming the opposite way, and you know how like you try and like get around the person, but then you stuck like doing like a little dance.
Yeah. Oh,
That happened so many times, and we're just like, oh, sorry. Just gotta go.
Oh my god. Jess, answer me this. Do you miss Colin?
No, I don't.
Okay.
To put it bluntly,
no.
No.